In today's society, single parenting is becoming more widespread. 84% of the single parents in the United States are women. Single mothers take on a full-time parenting job, while many also have to work a full-time job, attend school, or both.
My name is Kelly Reisner, age is 23, and I have two occupations as a chiropractic therapist and a cashier.
Renee Etter, 42, and currently I'm a server.
My name is Danielle Molnar. My age is 21, and right now I'm a babysitter. I have two children. Kaden is 13 months, and Dominic is 3.
One. She's a 4-year-old little girl.
Yes, I do. I have two. Sandra, and she's 21, and Nicole, and she's 19.
You'll be on my mind.
Yes, somewhat.
No. Due to a 5-year protection order on domestic violence, stalking, and neglect.
He wasn't until recently. They met him just the other day, actually. Well, Dominic knew him, but Kaden met him for the first time.
My name is Sarah Snyder. I am 31 and I'm a child care specialist. Okay, the assistance for single parents, single mothers, or fathers for Job and Family Services, there are several divisions. The first being community services. To obtain and maintain employment is part of what they do. They also do the medical card, food stamps, transportation issues, and cash assistance.
I had to, of course, go on public assistance because the wage that I made wasn't enough to cover all my household expenses and child care. Prior to me getting a job, I was able to get food stamps, the medical coverage, and child care coverage.
For a while I was receiving Title 20, but they're not in daycare. They were in daycare for a short amount of time when I worked at KinderCare. We get Medicaid for Kaden and Dominic.
I have her through CareSource only because I don't have insurance offered to me through either one of my jobs, and I can't afford it out of pocket right now. And I currently just applied for Title 20 to give me assistance for preschool, just until I finish school myself.
For childcare and for all the other, like the food stamps and the cash assistance, there are income guidelines that you have to meet, and then also things like being employed or going to school could also waiver on that too.
The food stamps, yes, I would have to say absolutely it helped me. It helped put food on the table. It helped to make sure that their shots were up to date.
The insurance is a huge factor, you know, especially when you have a little clumsy one. But as far as the Title 20, I don't know yet because I haven't approved for it. But from what I've understood, it's gonna hopefully help me, at least. I hope.
So for childcare, you do have to be employed, going to school, or be doing an activity through Job and Family Services. In order to get the cash assistance, you do a job activity to gain that. So if you're doing one of those three things, most likely as long as the income meets the requirements, then those are the things we look at.
What I would change is the fact that once you're, as a single parent, whether it be a male or female, once you are able to get employment, to have the government not step in and say, oh, well, they got a job, let's just pull all their benefits, because then you're back at square one. And that's how the cycle will continuously go around in a circle.
I would have them be more understanding, more helpful, more helpful, because they're not really helpful. Like, It took me forever to get through to them when I was calling them. They're just not really, and I don't know if they lose stuff or what, but they don't seem to be very organized. I would have them be more organized for sure.
For childcare, we pretty much look at what income comes into the house, and we don't take into consideration, the rules are such that we can't take into consideration what they pay for bills or what they might pay out in rent and for our car note and that kind of thing.
Corey Clark, I'm 35 years old, and my occupation is Director of the Child Support Enforcement Agency in Fairfield County. In the majority of our cases, about 70%, there's an employer, a regular employer who we send a withholding order to, and then they begin withholding child support from every check that is received by the non-custodial parent.
I'm supposed to. When I do actually receive it, it's never in the full amount. If I do, I'm lucky if I get half of it, like every couple to few months.
No, I'm supposed to, but I don't get it. Their dad doesn't have a job right now.
Now the ones that we spend all our time on are that either they're not employed, or they may be employed and they work for cash, or they work under the table, they may work in construction jobs, something like that, or they bounce from job to job.
They are. Sandra is, yes, she's in school. I think she's at a level, she's at either a sophomore or a junior. She's changed her majors. And Nicole starts college in the fall. She actually went into the Air Force, and then there was a health issue, but she enters into college in the fall, so I'm very proud of both of them.
She's going to start preschool in August, the end of August.
I start school in July. I'm actually going for my law, paralegal first and my law degree, and that's exactly what I wanted to do when I graduated high school. So I'm finally at the ripe old age, young age of 42, going back to school.
It's a spa, it's called a spa school. It's actually a vocational school that branches off of Ohio State. The facility that I'm at is in Westerville. I want to do permanent makeup, but in the state of Ohio you have to have an esthetician license first. So I'm going to go through the esthetician training first, and then once I pass my boards on that, I'm going to continue on with the other courses that I need to take.